Hello. I have no intro to this really. I am about to get a massage for the first time. Yes. Nothing special to say. And I have almost 24 years of muscle tension, so this is not going to be a pleasant experience, like literally at all. The background noise in this video is going to be my fan because my second floor apartment is way too hot to be filming this without any kind of airflow. Hi fools, welcome back. I will admit that it has been a while since I've been posting, and it has been a while since I've actually been consistent with these videos. Also, happy August, also known as the most important month out of the year for me. To be honest, I've really been struggling to find content that I actually want to do for this. I wanted to make this a vlog, but I know that vlogs are like a dime a dozen now, so I wanted to make something a little bit more interesting, something that I'm a little bit more passionate about. I like doing random stuff and showing people, but I want to do things that are special to me. And so far in this journey, since I started it almost a year ago, I haven't really found that yet. However, that will be changing. So a few weeks ago, I started a new job. I still have two jobs, but I quit a job that I had been working for 2.5 years because it was just not making me happy at all, and I was over it, and I just knew that it was time to find something new. So right after that, I started a new job. And so for anybody who has experience in the service industry or just goes out a lot, sometimes you'll find that you have these really intimate conversations with guests, and it's actually a really fucking cool experience. You just get to know them and talk about way deeper things than just surface level bullshit. And I was having one of those conversations pretty much the first night actually. And we ended up talking about our daily journal entries. And I was telling him actually about the journal entry that I mentioned in one of my previous videos. And then he started talking about his journal entries. And one of the things that he mentioned was that every 6 months, he writes down a list of everything that he would regret not doing if he died tomorrow. And then spends the next 6 months trying to do those things and then does the list again. And that just resonated with me. I could not stop thinking about that. And even that night, I actually made my own list. When I made my own list, I realized that those would be great things to document. So now I'm changing the direction of my vlog a little bit to just basically do this bucket list that I have. So many people live their life on autopilot. It's really sad because then you start to take your life for granted, especially when you're young, because you think you're invincible and you think your life is just gonna stay the same, and you don't really think about the future, or at least a lot of people don't. And then people get these terrible midlife crises in their 40s because they've been on autopilot their whole lives, and they're realizing that their life is halfway over, or they're just finally realizing their own mortality. It's a scary realization. In my life, I've been having midlife crises since I was 13. That was my first midlife crisis, even though it wasn't the middle of my life. I just started to realize my own mortality, and I started to realize how I was getting older and how short life is and how anything could be gone in an instant, especially now since I am an adult now, and I've been realizing that I am able to make my own decisions in life, and nothing's gonna happen in my life unless I make it happen. And just the constant fear of my life ending and having all of these regrets is just too overwhelming for me. I really just want to milk as much shit out of this amazing time on earth as I can. One time someone asked me what they think my purpose is. Sometimes I think that we don't really have one, but then I think just with the way that I am and the things that I like doing, I feel like my purpose is to help people experience new things. And I would love to document me trying new things because that is one of the things that sets my soul on fire. There's that corny ass quote that says, be in pursuit of the things that set your soul on fire, or something like that. I can't quote it directly. Ever since I started traveling, especially by myself, I think that was the thing that set my soul on fire, but not even just limited to going new places. I truly feel like my thing, for lack of better words, is experiencing new things. So I will be now dedicating this vlog to that bucket list that I will be making every 6 months. It was actually perfect timing because he told me that in just about the beginning or middle of July, and that starts the second half of the year. So now I just have a ton of shit planned, and the great part about all those things is that now I have one video for every single thing on that list, and I can just dedicate this channel to experiencing new things. Wanted to give a little bit of context for this video before I started my intro to this one. I am absolutely sweating. It is so disgusting. When I lived in Delaware, my favorite season was summer, even though it was sweltering heat. Because we had all 4 seasons, I really appreciate the warmth. But now that it's like this pretty much year round in San Diego, my favorite season is fall because it is just not as hot. And my apartment isn't a sauna every day from like 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. One of the first things that was on my list was getting a massage. I have truly come to recognize the fact that it is so important to do things that are out of your comfort zone. Now for me, I hate being touched, especially by strangers. That is one thing that is very much out of my comfort zone. I do not like when strangers touch me. I don't mind a handshake or like a pat on the back, but something for a prolonged period of time, I do not enjoy. I do not enjoy hugging strangers. I don't really hug my close friends that much. On the East Coast, at least where I grew up, I didn't really hug my friends that much. Maybe that was just like my friend group, but I feel like it's more prominent on the West Coast to hug people and be way more affectionate with them than it is on the East Coast, at least in my experience. I've been seeing a personal trainer for 2 months now, and he's been explaining to me multiple times how important it is to be getting massages consistently so that you get better blood flow to your muscles so you can see results. Or else, when your muscles are tight, your other muscles are going to compensate for it, and then that makes you more prone to injury. I decided that it was time that I get a massage. I've had people tell me about getting massages for years, but I was completely turned off from the idea because I did not like being touched, and it also gives me a lot of anxiety when people touch my neck and shoulder area because it's just a very vulnerable place for me. This was for sure a reach for me, and it felt really good to actually just book the massage and commit to it. Luckily, actually, one of the clients that also sees my trainer is a massage therapist, and she's really cool. She's probably like a few years older than me, super relaxed, and she was like, hey, like if you want, you can book an appointment with me. Appreciate these new shorts that I got that look exactly like men's underwear, but they're not. I decided that this is gonna be the year that I start doing all the things that I say that I wanna do or I think about doing, and I'm just gonna do them. So here we go. I don't really know like what I want, like what I wanna do. I know like
hurting you?
Nothing's really hurting me. I feel like a lot of like when in my knees, whenever we're doing all like the squat work and stuff, like they're always cracking or something. And especially when we do like hamstring crawls and stuff like that.
Oh, you really feel it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like my knees like pop.
Okay.
So I guess legs, but also like when we're doing like stuff like this.
Everything, right?
My biceps.
Yeah.
So like I think everything.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put this your ankles. Okay. So when did you start getting into like blogging and stuff or vlogging?
Dude, I did it. It was like my quarantine hobby.
Oh, nice.
Actually, yeah. Dude, yeah, John was like, oh, I like when they like dig in. I'm like, I don't want that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I know. I'm kind of similar. I don't really like people when people dig in. What's this pressure?
Okay.
Is it painful?
Not too bad.
I can always go lighter too because we don't want to have your body more stressed out. So just let me know.
Is it hard to like get licensed for this?
I mean it depends on if you really want to do it. So you have to finish a program, and a program is at least, mine was 750 hours.
Oh my god.
But I had like over 900 hours. And then you have to take the NCLEX, so the state test.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and that's 100 questions, and you don't know what it's gonna be on. Yeah, you're really tight.
Dude, I know. Like,
you feel it when I'm going over?
Yeah.
And then especially if you like find somebody that you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
And then and then your body will start to relax, because I can also feel your body kind of tensing as I'm touching you.
So sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
She does it through her house, and she only lives like 15 minutes away from me, so it was really easy to get there. It was only $70. I feel like a lot of massages are at least $100, but she has a pretty good price, and it was for a full hour. I came into her house. She has her little studio upstairs. Her studio is super chill. She had like this nice lo-fi music going on, had like a humidifier, crystals, a mirror. She put the blanket over me and just kind of like did everything while the blanket was still over me, so I was never like fully exposed, which was pretty nice. What I really liked about it is that she talked to me throughout the entire thing, because I was really nervous and she knew that I was nervous. I had expressed that to her, and then also she could tell because my body was kind of tightening up as she was like touching it. We kind of just talked about the benefits of massage therapy, where she got started, why she got started. It was really cool to hear about her story and her experiences and why she does it. She just really likes to help people. There's a lot of psychological aspects to massaging that you wouldn't really think about. She was telling me that you actually store a lot of trauma in certain parts of your body, and sometimes massaging it can actually like trigger a physical response to it. She started basically from like here down. She was like, yeah, your entire body is pretty much tight. I had so many knots in my body, like it was not even funny. She was asking if I could tell that my body was tight, but I just been so used to my body feeling like this. It's just my version of normal, especially when she massaged like back here. I could literally feel like the ball of knot that was in both of my shoulders. And I have never felt that before, because I don't like people touching me on my shoulders, but it was so painful. But actually, like when she was touching my neck and like massaging here, like it was tight, but I wasn't extremely tense because she had a pretty good touch. It wasn't too intense for me. I think the most intense part was when she was doing my legs. When she did my left IT band, it actually felt like she was massaging a bruise. I wasn't screaming, but that was, I think, the only part I was showing verbal pain. I know I definitely need to get that massage. She said that it's probably because I run a lot. I haven't been running a lot lately, but definitely since between like September and like June, I was running a lot. All those miles have for sure taken a toll on my leg. I was pretty surprised about how relaxed I did manage to get, even though I wasn't completely relaxed. But my friend made me feel extremely comfortable. I felt safe, and I'm definitely going back. I'm gonna start scheduling them every 2 weeks. I knew from coming back that my body wasn't gonna be completely loose. Even she told me that it was gonna take a couple sessions for me to start really feeling the results, just because I have so much tightness in my body that it's not gonna get worked out in just one session. I'm ready to start doing this regularly, and my trainer was actually saying that because you're increasing blood flow to your muscles, that it'll start helping you get results faster. So that's exciting. First thing on my bucket list for the next 6 months is crossed off. I think it's nice to have a 6-month bucket list instead of an entire rest of your life bucket list, because having one for the rest of your life is cool in the grand scheme of it, but looking at it and thinking about all the things that you want to do in the rest of your life, which you might not even get to see. Granted, you're not guaranteed the next 6 months of your life either, but it's a lot less pressure to see all the things that you want to accomplish in the next 6 months and plan for your immediate future, rather than trying to fit in all of these things until the day that you die. Even when you divide and conquer for anything else, you actually get things done a lot more efficiently, at least in my experience. I am so excited to start finally having a path for this channel, because I felt extremely lost as a creator, and I wanted something that was unique to me, but I also wanted something that I had a passion for. Shout out to the one customer at my job that I had that long talk with. Will genuinely never forget that conversation. Closing thoughts. One thing that I did want to continue though from my previous videos is 3 things each video that I have been grateful for in the last week. Number 1, I got to go to Hard Summer 2 days ago from when I'm filming this. Number 2, I recently just booked a late birthday present to myself, a solo trip to Croatia in about a month actually, almost a month from now. So I am beyond excited for that. Number 3, I am grateful for all of the plans that my friends are making for my birthday. I'm somebody who takes birthdays extremely seriously, because That's just the way that I've always celebrated my birthdays. My family always made a big deal out of them. So now I make a big deal out of them. And I expressed to my friends that I want to go all out for my birthday. And all of them were down to do all the things that I wanted to do. And I'm just really excited. So I'm super grateful for my friends being able to do those things with me and pitch in for them. Comment below anything that you think that I should add to my bucket list for the next 6 months.